Last week, a customer brought his 2011 Toyota Camry into my garage, complaining about rough idle, poor fuel economy, shaky steering wheel at idle, and sluggish acceleration. He had already spent over $1,400 replacing spark plugs, coils, injectors, and even the fuel pump because another shop thought the engine was failing. But when I scanned the car, the real problems were hidden sensor issues. I cleaned some hidden engine sensors, reset the ECU idle learning, and took the car on a proper highway cleaning drive. Within days, the Camry's fuel economy jumped from 22 miles per gallon back to nearly 40 miles per gallon, and the idle became smooth again. That's when he asked me a question I hear all the time. Why don't more mechanics check this stuff first? The answer is simple. Modern engines depend more on sensor accuracy than most drivers realize. And today, I'm going to show you the hidden Japanese sensor tricks most mechanics use to restore smooth idle, recover lost MPG, and bring engines back to life without wasting thousands on unnecessary repairs. Let's dive in. Trick number 6. The thermal equivalence of the MAF sensor. First up is the mass airflow sensor, or MAF. It works as a gatekeeper. It tells your car's ECU exactly how much air is breathing in so it can inject the perfect amount of fuel. Most people think just spraying the exposed platinum wires is enough, but Japanese logic relies on a deeper, hidden component. The mass airflow sensor operates on a delicate thermal equilibrium, where the engine control unit monitors the electrical current needed to keep a heated platinum wire at a fixed temperature above the ambient air. See that little amber glass bead hanging out in the side chamber? That's the intake air temperature thermistor. In Japanese logic, air mass calculations are heavily weighted by how cold or hot the incoming air is. Over time, oil vapor from your engine crankcase creates a microscopic blanket of black grime over this bead. When this layer accumulates, it acts as a permanent thermal barrier and causes the MAF sensor to lag and report an artificially high air temperature to the computer. Consequently, the ECU assumes the incoming air is less dense than it truly is, throwing off the air-to-fuel ratio and dumping excess fuel at idle to stabilize combustion. To fix it, first remove the sensor slowly. Now grab a can of dedicated MAF sensor cleaner, hold the sensor upright, and blast that specific amber bulb until it turns from dull black to shiny amber. Now, let it dry completely for 10 minutes. Once dry, reinstall the sensor carefully, reconnect the wiring, and reconnect the battery terminal. Many drivers report smoother idle and noticeably sharper throttle response immediately after performing this procedure. Trick number 5. Clean your IAC valve. The idle air control valve works as mechanical lungs for your engine when the throttle plate is fully closed at a standstill. It precisely regulates a minute bypass channel to maintain a factory-specified idle speed. Over time, carbon buildup, oil vapors, and dust clog this passage that makes the valve stick or respond slowly. When that happens, your car runs fine while moving, but drops below the healthy 650 to 750 RPM target when you shift into drive or turn on your AC. Many drivers think their engine is failing, but in reality, it's just a dirty idle control system. To fix this issue, first locate the IAC valve, which is usually mounted near the throttle body on most Toyota models. Turn off the engine and disconnect the battery before starting. Remove the electrical connector and unscrew the IAC valve carefully. Once removed, inspect the air passage inside. You will often see thick, black carbon deposits restricting airflow. Spray throttle body cleaner directly into the valve and air passages to dissolve the buildup. Now let it dry completely before reinstalling. After reinstalling, start the engine and let it idle for 3 to 5 minutes. Once clean, the engine typically regains stable RPM control, smoother cold starts, and improved idle response at traffic stops. In many Japanese service shops, IAC cleaning is considered basic maintenance before any expensive diagnosis begins. Trick number 4. The 20 minutes trick. Now, let's talk about the famous 20-minute Japanese highway trick promised in the title. If your idle is smooth, but you are burning through gas tanks like water, your upstream oxygen sensor is likely lazy. It means your sensor responds slowly instead of instantly. This delay confuses the ECU, which may force it to run richer or leaner than needed. What makes this tricky is that a lazy O2 sensor often doesn't trigger a check engine light because it is still technically working, but just not fast enough. Japanese mechanics use a simple method to confirm and improve O2 sensor response. First, connect an OBD2 scanner and watch the live short-term fuel trim data. At 2,500 revolutions per minute, that line should bounce up and down rapidly, like a healthy heartbeat. If it looks like a lazy, slow wave, it's time to swap it out for cleaning. Before replacing the sensor, many Japanese mechanics try a simple 20-minute heat cleaning procedure. Take your car on a sustained highway drive after full warm-up and maintain steady speeds for about 20 minutes. This allows the exhaust system to reach high operating temperatures, which can help burn off carbon deposits on the sensor's surface. Once the deposits clear, the ECU starts receiving faster exhaust feedback again, often restoring throttle response, smoother acceleration, and noticeably better fuel economy almost immediately. Trick number 3. Clean the throttle position sensor connection. The throttle position sensor constantly tells the ECU how far the throttle plate is opening. Modern Toyota and Honda models depend on extremely precise voltage signals from this sensor. But many throttle problems are actually caused by dirty electrical connections instead of failed sensors. Humidity, engine heat, vibration, and oxidation slowly create electrical resistance inside connector pins. Even tiny voltage interruptions can cause jerky acceleration, unstable idle, or random RPM fluctuations. In coastal regions of Japan, connector corrosion is such a common issue that technicians inspect electrical pins before replacing expensive throttle components. Here is how to clean the throttle position sensor connection safely. Turn your engine off and disconnect the battery negative terminal first. Locate the throttle body and find the throttle position sensor connector attached to it. Now, press the locking tab carefully and unplug the connector without yanking on the wires. Inspect the connector pins closely using a flashlight. If you notice green corrosion, moisture, discoloration, or dirt buildup, spray the pins using electrical contact cleaner. Japanese mechanics usually spray both the sensor side and connector side thoroughly. Now, allow everything to dry completely for 10 to 15 minutes. Next, apply a tiny amount of dielectric grease to help protect against future moisture and corrosion. Reconnect the connector securely until it clicks into place, then reconnect the battery. Many drivers notice improved throttle smoothness and reduced hesitation immediately because the ECU receives cleaner voltage signals again. Some vehicles even stop stalling completely after connector cleaning. Trick number 2. The secret vacuum leak sensor test. Vacuum leaks are one of the biggest hidden causes of rough idle and poor MPG because they confuse airflow calculations throughout the engine. Japanese mechanics know even tiny leaks can create massive drivability problems while making perfectly good sensors appear faulty. When extra air enters the engine through cracked hoses or intake leaks, the ECU starts adding extra fuel while trying to compensate. This creates unstable idle, hesitation, lean conditions, and fuel economy loss of up to 30%. Here is how Japanese technicians test for leaks. Start the engine and let it idle. Listen carefully around the intake area for faint hissing sounds. Then inspect vacuum hoses for cracks, brittleness, or loose connections. Pay close attention to bends and undersides where damage often hides. A common Japanese trick involves lightly spraying carburetor cleaner or intake cleaner around suspected leak areas while the engine idles. If the RPM suddenly changes, you have likely found a vacuum leak because the cleaner temporarily alters the air-fuel mixture. Always perform this carefully and avoid spraying near hot exhaust components. As soon as you identify the leak, fix it immediately and replace any cracked hoses as well. Fixing a simple vacuum leak can restore a smooth idle immediately because the airflow calculations finally become accurate again. Trick number 1. The secret Japanese reset handshake. Now here is the catch that ruins most DIY repairs. Once you clean the above discussed, your car might actually idle worse or skyrocket to 2,000 revolutions per minute when you first start it up. Don't panic. Your engine computer spent years learning to open the valves wider to compensate for all that thick carbon dirt. Now that the pathways are completely clean, but the computer is still applying its old, dirty compensation memory. You have to force an ECU reset and perform the classic Japanese idle relearn handshake. Here is how to reset your ECU. Step 1. Disconnect the negative battery terminal and hold down the brake pedal for 30 seconds to drain any residual capacitive power inside the electrical modules. Now, let it sit for 15 full minutes. Step 2. Reconnect the terminal. Step 3. Turn the ignition key to the on position for 10 seconds without starting the engine. Ensure every single accessory, including the radio, AC, cabin fan, and headlights, is completely switched off. Step 4. Now, start the engine without touching the accelerator pedal. Let it idle for 10 to 15 minutes. Step 5. Turn on the AC to max for exactly 5 minutes to let the computer map the load variance. Then shut the car off. By performing that relearn sequence, you force the ECU to map the pristine air pathways of your clean sensors as the new baseline. You get a smooth cabin, immediate throttle response, and your fuel mileage back where it belongs. If this walkthrough helped save you a trip to the mechanic, give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment with the year and model of your Japanese ride, and subscribe to the channel for more technical garage guides. See you in the next one.